Hi guys, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. It's Heather. I know I look a little rough around the edges, but I promise you I'm feeling like I'm looking. This has been a rough go. It's been a while since I've been able to do a What's Up Wednesday. In case you've missed it, I have mono. Loads of fun, not. And what was even more devastating than finding out I had mono was the 10 pounds on the scale that came with it, or came prior to the diagnosis of mono. I do think that it's important for me to share this experience with you guys, so you know that, being, in this lifestyle, in this keto world is not a perfect. It's not a perfect world, and I'm totally human, and just like you, I'm susceptible to slipping and allowing for little things to happen. And over a period of time, those little slips and those little allowances that I would make turned into some really bad outcomes. I remember, 2.5 years ago, prior to this lifestyle, I was very sick a lot. I would get really crazy things, and it would take me a long time to recover from them. So the weight was kind of that the weight on the scale, the numbers on the scale were revealing things to me, and I chose to ignore that and write it off as, maybe a fluke or water retention or whatever else I wanted to, kind of hide from. What I couldn't hide from and I could no longer ignore were glands the size of watermelons underneath my chin, and my body really feeling like I was walking through maple syrup. It was difficult for me to do anything. These days, it's getting better. I'm able to take a shower without being totally winded or exhausted, or having to take multiple naps during the day, so that's good. But what was really interesting to me was that I was in such denial about the things that I was allowing back into my diet, and I was in denial. Like I would say things like, oh, a couple of tortilla chips here or a little bit of sugar there, not going to be a big deal, and it's not going to affect me too bad. I might have a little bit of gain on the scale, but I'll lose it again. What I didn't really pay attention to was what my body was telling me, which was that I was run down, I was tired, I got a kidney infection, and then on the heels of the kidney infection, not even a couple weeks later, I got mono. So my body wasn't going to be having any of this denial crap. It was going to be heard, and it took, glands the size of watermelons for me to actually pay attention and realize that I needed to take care of myself. And what was very interesting was that when I was researching, you can't really do anything for mono. There's no cure. There's no magic pill. There's nothing like that. But what was very interesting was that nutrition is a big part of healing from mono. And that really just kind of made me sit up and take notice. And I was just like, okay, so this is my call to action. This is a chance for me to not only help myself heal, but get back to what's worked for 2.5 years and kept me healthy and feeling good. And lucky for me, you don't have much, if you've ever had mono, that the first couple weeks you don't have much appetite. So that was helpful. I did a lot of bone broth, and bone broth has been something that I'm a huge proponent of. If you've been following me at all, you know that I usually have, a couple of jars on hand at any time and use it multiple times throughout the month in recipes or to drink or whatnot. But when I got diagnosed, I didn't have a jar in my freezer, and thank God for my mom, because she came to the rescue with multiple jars of bone broth, and I sipped on that and drank that. And that really gave me nourishment, helped me kind of reset my gut, really kind of gave me what I needed without having to eat. So a couple things happened. I did a fast, not meaning to, but that really helped. The liquid fast really helped me start to detox. So I was feeling mono symptoms, and I'm sure I was feeling detox symptoms from all of the sugar and the grains that kind of had worked their way into my diet. So I was able to do that. And as I was drinking the broth and really kind of, doing the fasting stuff, I had to get really honest and truthful with myself about what were the things that I was doing that maybe I had gotten away from, things that the habits that I had created. Like I used to eat a lot of fermented foods, and hi Taryn, and the fermented foods were few and far between. I was doing bone broth in multiple recipes during the month. I had gotten away from that. I'd gotten away from cooking. I was eating out a lot more. I wasn't motivated. I wasn't meal planning. I wasn't prepping. There were a lot of things that I wasn't doing, and I had to really get honest and face some hard truths that I had really left myself open and susceptible to weight gain and worse, illness. And that just really sucked. So now I've really kind of reset myself. The one thing that I'm super excited about is with the recommitment to this lifestyle, it's really helped perpetuate healing. Like today's a good day. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but today I showered. Today I was actually able to get out with my son for an appointment with him, came back home. Those are good things, and that's a good day. And I know that a lot of that has to do with the food I'm eating, listening to my body, resting, staying super hydrated. I'm drinking lots and lots of lemon water, which I normally do anyway, but even more so now. Drinking tea with lots of ginger for healing and inflammation. There's things that I'm doing that I hadn't been doing, and now I've decided that is the most important thing for me to really, the weight is coming off. So that's a bonus. I mean, my scale is reflecting that, and I'm super excited about that, but that's not ultimately what it's about. And as much as weight can be the perpetuating factor to start this lifestyle for me, and it was, the health and having this come smack me in the face is really that, oh my God, that's what I'm missing. And watching everybody during their summer posting things and pool parties and concerts. I missed the Guns N' Roses concert with my husband that we bought tickets for 5 months ago. Luckily, I have a 17-year-old son that really enjoyed it and was happy to take mine. So, hi, Beth. So, yeah, this has been a rough go, and I'm watching everybody and feeling like I used to feel, which is that everybody's out there living their lives while I'm sitting on the sidelines and being a spectator, and I don't want to be a spectator. I want to enjoy my life. I want to be out there enjoying the pool and the summer with friends and family and not missing out on these things. So that's been really great. And I just, on my blog last week, in the last couple weeks, I've been talking about traveling and vacation eating and things to do that you can, prepare for when you're going on vacation and traveling abroad. How do you stay, eating keto, and how do you stay in your lane, or at least as much as you want? Or if you do go off the rails and do some vacation eating, whether it's at home or actually on vacation, there's some things that I have done in the past whenever I've gone on vacation that help me reset myself and recommit to keto eating. And while I've been writing these blog posts, it's been also a reminder for me to what I need to do. So it's been cathartic in that sense, that I've been able to share with you what I've done in the past 2.5 years, every time I travel or every time I've slipped. But this is a big slip. Getting the mono and the 10 pounds is a big slip, and it's a big wake-up call. But I also am using this to really propel me into that next lane of, yes, we want to do this. Yes, this is a lifestyle that I'm committed to. Yes, I'm committed to, having all the health benefits. The weight is great, having that weight loss and being at a comfortable weight. That's really great for self-esteem. But more importantly, for me, it's the health. And I really can't put a price on it. What I want to share with you is that, even as public as I am, I coach other women and men too. And as much as I'm out there posting stuff, I am totally real. This is what happens. This is real life. And I didn't get here in one big slip. It was a series of events of a little bit here, letting my guard down a little bit here. I almost can look back and see where it happened. I had in April a couple of events that I went to. And so there was a little bit of, letting my guard down and eating some things that I don't normally eat, and, kind of writing that off as a special occasion. And then right after, on the heels of that, I had my daughter's graduation and her graduation party. So there was a little bit of slipping there. And then as soon as I was done with that, I was in Napa. And of course there was wine, lots of wine, and some other things that I shouldn't have been eating. And then before you know it, I came home and didn't get back into my keto lane. I didn't do what I normally do when I get home from vacation, and that is resetting by doing a longer fast. I usually aim for a 24-hour fast when I get home, because I know it's going to take that to get through breaking the cycle of the eating the carbs and the sugar. If I can hit a 20-hour fast, anything over 20 hours is a win. Usually it's between 20 and 24 hours. And then I immediately start on the good fats, and I'll load up even more than I normally do. And I might have a little bit of like blueberry or raspberry to kind of ease some of that sugar crash. But for the most part, it's a detox all over again. And on a smaller version. Like if you're just starting, that detox is going to be probably much more painful than these mini detoxes, but it's still going to be there. But I never did that. I just kept allowing for a little bit more and a little bit more. So the big slide doesn't necessarily happen overnight. It's a series of events, and at least it was for me. And I've seen that for other people, that it's a series of events that kind of leads to a total and complete breakdown of what works and what has worked for me and others as well. Having said that, I don't look at what I've just been through as a failure. I look at it as fuel to add to my fire, to stoke my inner champion, and wanting to be that health advocate, not for just you and my family, but for myself first and foremost. I need to be that health advocate for me, and I need to commit to that for me. But I also feel like maybe by me sharing some of what I've gone through, I can help you avoid some of that pain as well. Or if not avoid it, at least we commiserate together and then get back on track together, and that's all good too. But I do encourage you to look at what you're eating, and are you making allowances? Are you looking the other way? Are you saying, just I can have just a little, and can you really? And has it affected you? Have you noticed a creep on the scale? Have you noticed your body telling you something? Are you aching? Are you noticing that you've got gas? Are you having headaches? Are you having sleep disruptions? Are you having acne breakouts? I mean, like, our bodies are really good at telling us to, pay attention, whether by gaining weight or manifesting in physical, actual illnesses, or in my case, both. But what are you noticing? And sometimes it's a hard truth, and it really took me, looking in the mirror and seeing my glands and feeling that run down for me to acknowledge that I had been lying to myself, and I had been not diligent and vigilant, and that had led to a series of things that just pretty soon became the norm. And I don't want that for you. But if you are in that, it's okay. And you can get out of it, and you can stop the cycle, and you can use some of the tips and strategies that I use to help you stop that vicious cycle, and to help reset yourself and recommit yourself wherever you're at. If you're doing fantastic and you're, right on track, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Keep up the good work. But pay attention and stay vigilant. And if you are going on vacation, have some strategies to be able to turn to, and, have some preparation. And if you're planning on doing vacation eating on vacation, have a plan for reentry. Do you know what you're going to do when you come back so that you don't continue that vacation eating into your everyday life? I have some great tips on the blog if you haven't been there. please visit itstartswiththefood.com. There's a bunch of blog posts. I blog every Wednesday. The last couple weeks, again, have been a series of things to help you while you're traveling, but also on the reentry as well. And I've got a resource guide that I'm actually getting ready to put out that's got goes into a little bit more in depth on that. But if you've got questions, if you've got, if you're going through something similar, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what works for you or what's led to where you're at right now. I will be continuing the What's Up Wednesdays as long as I continue to be on the healing and on the mend. But I do want you to know that I'm here. I'm still doing my thing, and mono or not, I am committed to this lifestyle and to these healthy habits that I want to share with not just my family, but with you as well. So until next Wednesday, I hope you all are paying attention to what's going on with your bodies, health-wise, weight-wise. Pay attention. That's just pay attention. That's all I can say. Until next Wednesday, take care.